now. Wow, the construction is so... Yeah.
Are there bees making stuff outside?
Yes, our town has had some budgetary problems lately.
Giant bees.
Giant bees are building stuff. It's like I think that's a Goosebumps novel we just referenced.
What state do you live in again?
I live in Nebraska, where apparently we
Yeah,
have giant bees.
Yeah, with on work permits, they're gonna make them illegal. You know.
Well, you know what? We're trying our best to make giant bees.
Good luck asking the bees for their papers.
Where do I still don't know where we tell them to go when we deport them. I don't. I think they can't survive in Canada. They can't survive for some reason. I'm suggesting Florida because, Eric would enjoy them.
How about the honeycomb hideout?
That got destroyed. That's why they keep coming here.
Oh, yeah, they have no choice. Yeah. Anyway, aren't we supposed to do news or something?
Oh, that is right. Sorry, folks. No one can fire me, so I don't care.
That's right.
So, yet again, we have a bunch of promotional images. Every week, there's always something from Marvel about this.
Hey, they want to get you excited.
And I find this ironic because of what Eric did recently, one of his commentaries. They've been putting out these promotions saying, a new generation of hope. And
Generation of Hope. That's the theme song.
That better play when you open the book. Like a Hallmark card, you just open it and that song comes up.
And it's a chorus of like church ladies.
Yeah.
Like, new generation of hope.
I want that to happen. So there's it's all a part of something in Uncanny X-Men. It's in 526. It's promoting the first part of a story arc called The Five Lights, which are I don't know any of the people in these images. But the ironic thing is, the logo is what they used on the Generation X comic, which I find really ironic because that's the commentary Eric did recently.
I noticed that too,
actually. I'm personally believing that Marvel contacted him and told him to talk about it to create buzz.
And by the way, the two last shots of those dudes, like screaming with their mouths open, they all look all scary. Yeah, nothing says hope more than those dudes.
I hope I don't get my skin ripped off. Here's to hope. It's gonna be Matt Fraction's still writing. Some guy whose name I could never pronounce is doing the art, and also there's a backup by Alan Heinberg and the guy who did the art on Siege. So now you have something to look forward to, and you might just want to stay with the first 2 or 3 images. Don't look at the other 2, or you'll have nightmares.
Yeah, you'll lose hope.
You'll have a big hope that you're going to buy a security system for your house, but just going to put this deadbolt here. I'm hoping this stops them. So, the next story, and I'll explain why this is here if you don't understand it.
And I'll take that. Marvelman Pinups released. Newsarama had this up by Ben Oliver, I
think there's more, but yeah, they've Marvel. That for those of you who aren't aware, have the rights to Marvelman, and finally, we have something that people wanted to read, and yet we're not sending them to stuff they actually want to read.
It's like Marvel finally won. I mean, they screwed this up for people for the longest time. They had to change the name. They kept it out of print for the longest time.
Yeah, but that was more of an argument between Alan Moore and anyone who ever created it.
Yeah, whoever that was.
Like, not just them, but anyone who worked on the book. Like, God, inkers claim they had ownership over the character.
Todd McFarlane fought for that for a while.
Yes, and we all know it's worth it when Todd McFarlane wants it.
It's like, ooh, I got these signed baseballs or
Marvel/Miracle Man. What should I go for? And his thick Brooklyn accent, even though he's Canadian. So,
that's kind of it. I mean, that is the story.
Yeah, there's 2 images of things. We're not probably. There's people who are still hoping to see that. The Alan Moore, Neil Gaiman stuff, not only reprinted but to be continued because Neil Gaiman never got to finish it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like.
I'd love to see that stuff. I've never read that.
Yeah. Gaiman was supposed to do this whole thing where it was going to be like 3 books: Golden Age, Silver Age, and the Dark Age. He got finished with the Golden Age. I think he got like 1 or 2 issues into the Silver Age, and then the company closed down.
Yeah.
And I hear he wrote it, and they actually did the art for it, which you can find somewhere on the internet. But yeah, it's still out there, and he still wants to finish it after all these years, which is. That's commitment, folks.
Dedicated.
Yeah, that's commitment. So, yeah, you get to see funny, fancy pictures. So, next story that I think is more news-related. So, Fred Van Lente, who is writing more books than Bendis, shockingly enough.
I know. Good God.
No one knows who he is, yet he's writing more. Apparently, and he's mentioned this on Twitter, that he might be writing yet another Avengers title. You know, because we're low on those.
There's at least 1 week missing, I think.
No, there's a mini filling up that week.
Oh, okay, good. Well,
Let's see. They have Avengers by Bendis, New Avengers by Bendis, Secret Avengers by Brubaker, Avengers Academy by Christos Gage.
Yeah.
Not to mention, let's see what else they got. There's that Prime miniseries and the Children's Crusade mini, but those are like those are bi-monthly for. Well, I understand why Children's Crusade is. Prime doesn't need to be. Prime could come out weekly with those 2 on it. Those 2 turn out so quick.
Is Avengers Academy like Ghost Hunters Academy, and if one screws up, they get bumped off the comic each month?
I don't know. For all we know, it's actually a comic book adaptation of Ghost Hunters Academy.
That would be great. I'd buy that.
It features ads to Warehouse 13 and stuff. I don't know. No, I don't read that. I don't really read any of them. So, but yeah, no.
You know, Jason from Ghost Hunters does kind of look like a chubbier Bendis. So you know.
My God, we may have uncovered a conspiracy here. It's better than that Green Lantern conspiracy that Eric's working on. Yeah, we don't know anything about it. He just says he's writing an Avengers book. We'll hear about it in San Diego.
Yay!
Where's that gun? I just want to make sure I have it ready. So, to the next story.
All right, and I'll take this. All right. Let's see. DC and Capstone team up on DC Super Pets.
Now that everyone has left, let's continue.
Yeah. All right. Okay. You called me at the last minute to do the news with you.
Yeah, because I have plans.
Lindsay and I are over here, so you basically had me climb out of bed with my girlfriend so I can talk about fucking DC Super.
Hey.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Hey, I get Eric to do dumber stories on his own free will, okay?
DC Super Pets? I gotta talk about the fucking monkey? No one cares.
Okay.
No one over puberty cares about this stuff.
May I add, last week I made Eric tell everyone that they're changing the title of the series Guardians of the Globe to Guarding the Globe.
Oh.
So don't tell me what's too stupid to talk about on my own show, Manos.
Okay, fine. Just, hey, it's your show, but...
And also, I found this hilarious. I thought Eric was going to do something like that. You just took it out of the park. So, I'm going to do this because I don't think you have the journalistic integrity to take this seriously. Okay. So, yes, so basically, the guy who does Tiny Titans. Wow, the testosterone in this room is just going down.
Oh, wow, we're still talking about it.
Yeah, okay. There's a bunch of books. You know what? If you want to check it out, just check it out. I don't care anymore either. Manos sucked out any interest I had, which, may I add, was at the same amount. I had the same amount of interest in this as I do in getting my teeth pulled. That much interest. And, so, we're going to switch over.
Okay, let's do it.